Northern Tool didn't even send me the whole damn crane, but I'd probably still buy another one. Stay tuned and I'll tell you why. Hey folks, Casey here. You know, I've been getting a fair amount of grief about my sponsored review content. So this week I figured I'd do an unsponsored review of this Strongway 1-ton gantry crane. I'm also going to show you guys their trolley and chain hoist as well. Those of you that are new to the channel might not realize that I'm getting ready to build a 1958 Ford F100 pickup truck on a 2005 Ford Crown Victoria chassis. I need a reliable way to pull cabs, beds, bodies, you name it. I have a Max Jack 7,000 pound 2-post lift in the garage, but it's an 8-foot ceiling garage. I need a little bit more height than that for some of this stuff, especially taking the truck cab off the frame because the truck's a little bit taller. Figured this Strongway gantry crane fit the bill. I went out, I bought one with my own money, and I figured I might as well take the thing, set it up, and show you guys what you get if you decide to buy one.
All right, folks, Strongway 1-ton adjustable telescoping gantry crane. Here we go. So if you're going to order one of these, you should probably know that it comes in a 385-pound crate. The crate itself is rather flimsy, and everything comes packed in bubble wrap. So I do typically work alone, and this is big and heavy. So I had to think about how I was going to lay this out and how I was going to approach it. The first thing I did is I laid the I-beam in the driveway. I laid the uprights up alongside the I-beam, and I bolted those together. There are 4 corner angle brackets that attach the I-beam to the upright. Unless, of course, Northern Tool forgets one of yours. That's what we call foreshadowing, folks. Once your angle brackets are in place, you can grab the telescoping part of the base. This slides right over the upright, one on each side. And then I find it helps to get some tall jack stands and get the base of the crane up in the air, because that will help attaching the part of the base that attaches the casters. With this up in the air, you can just bring the caster base right in place, throw your bolts in, snug them up, and you're good to go. Once the base and casters are in place and snug, there are 2 angle braces that attach from the lower telescoping part of the base to the base right at the edge of the caster. This helps triangulate everything, stiffens it up considerably. And now we'll just do the same thing on the other side. It's basically 2 bolts through the base and then another bolt at each corner of the angle braces. All of the hardware is 14 millimeter grade 8.8, so it's pretty stout, and there's plenty of it. I would say that all in all, the crane took about an hour to assemble, which really isn't too bad. Of course, except for that part that I was missing, that takes a little bit longer. You're going to see that here in a minute.
Hey folks, I'd like to appeal to you real quick to smash that like button. Let me know in the comments what you think of this review video and jump into the conversation, because I reply to every single comment that I get. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And if you think that you know somebody who might enjoy this content, please consider sharing it with them. I appreciate every like and comment that I do get. Sometimes it helps to appeal to you guys to smash that like button. Anyway, that's all. That's the end. Thank you so much.
So the way this crane is held together, it uses this pair of brackets that support the upright to the I-beam. Northern Tool left one of the brackets out of the package, and unfortunately they do not offer any part support for this crane at all. So I have a choice to take this thing back apart, crate it up, and ship it back to Northern Tool, or I can make this bracket.
All right, so I jumped in CAD and I drew up the bracket. And then I 3D printed this prototype right here to make sure that my design was right. Now I'm gonna go plasma cut it out a 1/4 inch plate and bend it up. break your gauge. 43.5. You got to do the rest of this two-handed. All right, and that looks like it's gonna work just fine. So now to paint it up and permanently install it.
I probably picked the worst possible day to do this. So windy. And I'm working alone, so I had to get creative. I slung the gantry crane onto my engine hoist and I started to pick it up. And I forgot to tighten the telescoping part of the base, so the I-beam basically tried to pull out of the base. Once I pulled those back up and tightened them, everything went pretty well. And I just went slow and I tried to keep everything centered and steady. And wouldn't you know, my engine hoist ran out of height right before the gantry crane was at its tipping point.
All right, if you buy yourself a Strongway gantry crane from Northern Tool, you're gonna need to buy one of their trolleys and one of their chain hoists as well. Don't call this an unboxing. I just wanted to show you guys that, you know, these are big, heavy steel parts and they ship in some pretty flimsy cardboard, so they do get a little bit beat up. Northern Tool is usually pretty good about taking care of stuff. If you have issues, I'm sure I'm not going to, but it was worth showing in the video.
Okay, so as I alluded in the comments, there's nothing wrong with this Strongway chain hoist, but when you're working on an 8-foot long truck bed, something that's as wide as this truck bed, it's just kind of cumbersome to try to pull the bed up with a chain hoist. It's mostly the access to the hand chain that you have to pull to basically winch the truck bed up. It's tricky. It's an awkward position. And some of this we can blame on my lack of experience using a chain hoist too. So again, I'm going to drop the bed down here and I'm struggling to get this chain in the right position. And once I figure it out and I start pulling from the front, look at that, it goes a lot easier. But it's still pretty darn awkward, I have to say. Now, I do plan to go back and retrofit this thing with an electric hoist. If you guys want to see that in an upcoming video, go down to the comments, comment VVOR, and let me know. I think I've got an option that'll actually be less expensive than this manual chain hoist.
All right, let's talk about what I like and what I don't like about the Strongway gantry crane. All right, so most of these cranes are more or less similar in their general construction and their adjustable range and all of those things. One thing that I do like about the Strongway gantry crane is this height adjustment system. From what I understand, if you buy the Summit and possibly even the Harbor Freight, though I can't confirm that, you have to basically lift the beam with some other type of crane, which doesn't really make sense. This system's pretty trick. You got a couple of set screws. Pardon my one-handed camera work here. And then you can lift the crane right here and basically slide the pins in and out. Let me set the tripod up and I'll show you how to lower it down. All right, so if I want to lower it down, I lift up, I pull this pin, and then I lower this side down like so. And then put the top pin in, and then I can do it again, but I have to go over to the other side first. The chain hoist and trolley are easy to install. Basically, that little brass knob, it's actually a zinc plated knob, is a set screw, and you just back the adjuster off until the trolley comes right out. The chain hoist comes with 20 feet of load chain, and it seems like it's got even more of the hand chain, which is excessive. But if you got chain, you don't necessarily want to shorten your chain hoist because you never know when you might need that length. So I guess it's nice, but it's cumbersome working with such a short crane. I'll show you real quick how the trolley comes apart. So you just back off your set screw like that, and then you open up your clamps. And the trolley swings out. Pretty straightforward, pretty nice design. The 5-inch locking casters seem to be pretty sturdy. They don't seem like cheap casters, so that's definitely a nice plus. Obviously, I was bummed out about getting shorted a bracket, but they did give me a pretty nice partial refund. The frame itself feels pretty flimsy. The welds aren't horrible. I've seen worse for sure. But then, you know, like here, they could have welded that, and that's just 2 pieces of tubing, and water's gonna get in there, and you can already see it starting to rust. Y'all might have noticed my chain hoist bucket. Normally chain hoists come with a chain bag to catch the excess load chain so that it's not just dangling all over the place. This chain hoist does not come with a chain bag, so I used this bucket. So you can see the bucket didn't quite make it through, but it was better than having chain everywhere. Okay folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this review video. A little bit of a mixed bag with the Strongway Gantry crane. Overall, for the money, even though they didn't even send me the whole thing, it's kind of hard to complain, honestly, because well, it's a pretty capable piece of equipment for under $1,000 all in and done. Now, I did mention that Strongway gave me a partial refund for the missing bracket. It was substantial enough to where I was able to make the bracket, and I don't feel too bad about it. So can I recommend this thing? Yeah, I guess so. It was a little bit of a fight to get these guys to make it right when the bracket was missing, but ultimately they did make it right. So you can feel confident doing business with Northern Tool that they're going to take care of you if there's a problem. Anyway, Strongway 1-ton gantry crane gets the Crazy Casey stamp of approval. Thank you so much for watching this week, and we'll see you on the next one.